It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Pickett. He gets this one to Johnson. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Pickett back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against that.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Pickett. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Up to the 20.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Goff. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pickett will look to throw it here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Fryermuth. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And taken right on the 30. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Pickett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. Kenny Pickett fighting Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point now by Boswell. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 23-point deficit. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Pickett. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
following the interception. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
For the Lions field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be his last pass in the NFL because when you throw an interception, especially a pick 6 as a kicker, CD, I don't know that you recover from that one.
Partner, you got to remember one thing. My vintage takes me back to shades of Garo Yepremian against Washington in Super Bowl 7. Yeah, folks, I would tell you to do an encyclopedia search, but actually nowadays you do an internet search. Check that one out. And that was at least off of a block kick. This was a design throw. Results the same, though. Interception, 6 points going the other way. Hello, Mike Bass. Remember you?
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start. At the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Working for right, and he finds him. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Delta.
Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pickett back to throw.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Lions 10. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Third and 2.
Looking to throw. Pickett.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
At the 27-yard line.
Pickett now on first down. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Man open is Robinson.
Through the middle of the field.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action now. Bridgewater rolling to his right.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the... Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 is the 18-yard line.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That stop made by Jack Campbell. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd down, here's Pickett. This is caught. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it.
A first down throw for Bridgewater.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Bridgewater. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's taken down right away, but not before he crosses the 50 and gets to the 49.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
He'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On the ground with a tight end. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, after the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty.
That's an obvious call. Quit cheating. He was holding him.
Totally a penalty. That's what I like to hear.
Totally a penalty.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Lions, 1st down.
1st down, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's good. 40 Lions.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 26 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, that touchdown won't change who's going to win the game, but I think you and I know a few people who play fantasy football that may have had some interest in that one.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get late in these games and they're out of reach, those touchdowns, maybe a couple people on the edge of their couch for the wrong reason.
Yeah, not just moral victories are played for anymore, are they?
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
Here's Pickett on second down. Quick completion here to Johnson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jason Kabinda
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Badgley on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps